Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, or you've been watching some of the videos but have not subscribed to the channel, please do so right now. We would love to have you as part of our community. Also, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button for me. It will allow YouTube to show this video and the channel to a wider audience of people. And in turn, hopefully, that will increase our community size. Well, all right, guys, let's talk a little bit about my financial condition and my net worth. Well, guys, over the last 2 months, 2.5 months, we've been in a pandemic. And our financial markets and our economy has suffered because of that. But as an investor, I have to understand at all times what my financial condition is and what my net worth is. So I want to talk a little bit about that today in hopes it will help some of you guys as you consider your financial position and your net worth. And better yet, where you want to go with both of those things in the future. Currently, the way I have my financial situation set up is I have about 70% of my net worth in securities. And when I talk about securities, I'm basically talking about my 401k, my Roth IRA, and my traditional brokerage account. 30% of my financial situation is in real estate. So single family homes that I lease out for income, I hold for long-term appreciation. That makes up my net worth. 70% in securities, stocks, and index funds, and then 30% in real estate, specifically single family homes that I lease for income and hold for long-term appreciation. Now, the real estate portfolio has been fine. Nothing has really happened there yet. And we'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about the securities portfolio, because that's the one that has taken about a 30% decline in value over the last 2.5, 3 months. And that's a direct result of the financial markets collapsing when this whole pandemic broke out. And investors started pulling their money out of the financial markets in order to put it in safety, because no one was sure how long this pandemic was going to last and what type of effect it would have on our financial markets or our economy. So that caused a runoff in the financial markets, which in turn drove my value of my securities investments down. Now, I'm not concerned about that, and I'll tell you why. Number one reason I'm not concerned is I have a long-term financial plan that I follow. And I understand in the financial markets, there are going to be peaks and there are going to be valleys. So I'm a long-term investor, so I just ride through those downturns and upturns. The thing that I'm looking for in order to keep me comfortable with the investments that I have is I go back to the companies, the individual stocks that I'm invested in, and I also go back to the index funds that I'm invested in to make sure I'm comfortable with the companies and I'm comfortable with the portfolio managers of the index funds. As long as I'm comfortable with that, I don't see really any underlying issues with their performance other than this pandemic, which caused the runoff in the financial markets. I stay the course because, again, I'm a long-term investor. And when I say long-term for me, I've been doing this for over 20 years. I plan to be aggressive and continue growing my wealth over the next 10 years. The next thing, I always protect myself against downturns in the market is I always keep cash on the sideline. Therefore, I don't have to panic. I don't have to panic and say, oh my goodness, all my money is in the stock market. oh, if I don't pull it out, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I always have cash on the sideline so that I can ride through any financial downturn in the financial markets and be fine. So that's another thing I would advise you guys to consider as you build your financial net worth. Always keep a portion of that net worth in cash. I want to tell you guys a quick story. I was having a conversation yesterday with one of the subscribers, and we were having a conversation as part of my financial mentoring and coaching sessions through my company, RF Financial Consulting. And I know this gentleman doesn't mind if I mention his name because he told me it was okay, I could do it. His name is Chuck Cameron, and Chuck is out of New York. Chuck and I was having a conversation about his financial future and where he wanted to be down the road. So we got to talking about his stock portfolio. Chuck has about 11 different stocks in his portfolio. And he and I were going through those 11 stocks and just talking about, where is there opportunity for him to go ahead and increase his positions in certain companies through their stock so he could take advantage of what's happening right now in the financial markets. And, Chuck and I got to talking about that, and I told Chuck, I said, something, Chuck, if you want to make a difference in your financial future, you got to take action. And I got to commend Chuck because he is taking action. He took enough initiative to go ahead and start investing in these companies. But now I wanted him to consider stepping up that investment, because right now in the financial markets, stocks are at an all-time low. They're at a discount right now. And the way you build wealth is by buying consistently over time, especially when stock prices are at an all-time low. If you go ahead and buy now and you hold that position long-term, you will increase your net worth, in my opinion. Now, again, there's a risk associated with investing in the stock market. There's a risk associated with investing in real estate. But here's the deal. If you're gonna achieve financial freedom, guys, you're gonna have to take some risk. It doesn't just fall out of the sky and hit you on the top of the head. No, it doesn't work that way. You're gonna have to take a level of risk. Now, the thing I like about Chuck, with him taking risks, he actually went out and started doing his own research. And he used a company called Motley Fool. Now, this is no promotion for Motley Fool. It's not sponsored. I'm just telling you guys this because Chuck is just an ordinary guy, just like I am, who took control of his own financial situation, started educating himself about investing in the stock market. He was self-taught. And I love that story because I get so many emails and DMs on Instagrams and comments down in the videos about, hey, where do I start? I don't know really anything. And I tell people all the time, go out and start researching it. Just go out and do a Google search on how to invest in the stock market, and you will get a bunch of information. And now a person like me, you would use someone like me then in order to help you navigate and harness and funnel down that information so that you can then go out and start building your own securities or stock or mutual fund or ETF or index fund portfolio. Because that's the key to financial freedom, guys, is creating wealth. And the only way you create wealth is by taking action and being able to take risk. I'm not saying go out and take blind, foolish risk. I'm saying go out and educate yourself or speak with someone like myself where we can sit down and talk about your goals, your financial goals, and hopefully put a plan in place that then you can go out and implement. But at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's all about you taking the bull by the horns and doing what you need to do in order to have financial freedom. We're all gonna go through some level of failure in our life, guys. But I've always believed on the other side of failure is success. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail. It should be a learning experience for you. But I guarantee you, if you're willing to take the chance and stick to it, there is success on the other side for you. My net worth, my financial condition is fine. Although, like I mentioned, I'm taking a small decline on my securities portfolio, I'm okay. I'm gonna ride this thing out because I know in the future I'll be better for it. Well, all right, guys. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Please consider subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, please smash that thumbs up button for me. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.